Man, I love this game still. It's so... Ogdo Bogdo is the greatest Star Wars creature ever created. Changed my mind. Jedi Fallen Order is 1 year old. Hooray! Happy birthday. Do you believe it? In the past year, I've spent a good chunk of my time going through the game, trying to find all its secrets and Easter eggs. You guys who are familiar with my channel would know I've spent a lot of time doing that, especially abusing the flying glitch and going places the game devs don't want us going. I mean, it is a single-player Star Wars game about exploring dungeons and tombs, and there's a lot of secrets to find. But this one secret is rarer than all the others, more confusing than all the others, and sparks more interest than any other Easter egg in the game. I'm talking about this. Low poly creatures, you've got the Bogling, the Binog, and Master Yoda. What? I made a video about this Easter egg a while back, and to date, this is my most viewed Jedi Fallen Order video. And just now, thanks to a few posts made by some of the game developers who worked on Fallen Order, we might just be able to figure out what the heck he's doing here. Why is Yoda in the game? Is there a deeper meaning here? Is Yoda hiding somewhere on the mysterious Bogano planet? That's this one, this planet here, mysterious Force planet. Will he be in Jedi Fallen Order's sequel? Let's put our detective caps on and go searching for Master Yoda. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. So this Easter egg is one of the hardest to find in the game. The only way to see or even trigger it is to make sure the ball puzzle is in the correct position, and then make this difficult jump down to the wall, use force pull to grab on, and then climb up. And it'll be inside this room here. This room originally held one of the balls you need to solve the puzzle. If you want to find it yourself, the video I mentioned before will show you how to get there. It's in the Tomb of Ilram on Zeffo, even though these are all creatures from Bogano. But why Yoda? Why is Yoda here? Well, take a look at this. What does this look like to you? Look familiar? This is what Bogano looked like early on in development. You can see the vault off in the distance and a bunch of other early details, but it's this I've been wanting to show you. Cal is walking through what looks like the early stages of the Tomb of Ilram. The wind seems to be getting stronger, he jumps, and then... Welcome. A giant Master Yoda in space. What? The same low poly Master Yoda we see in the tomb. But what? Why is this here in the game? Is this some weird Jedi Force vision Cal is experiencing? Was this something that we're going to build into the game early on? Let me show you what actually happens at this part in the finished game. You see the wind? Cal walks up to the wall, puts his hand on it, and is taken to another dimension. You see the wind here as well, the same as before, and this is right before he learns the Force push in the story. But in the early stages, instead of this dream sequence triggering and you learn the Force push, we get Giant Yoda. The level designer put this here as a joke, probably surprising his co-workers when building the game. They get to this mission, then see Giant Yoda, and they're like, what the heck? What's going on here? These videos I'm showing you today came from Twitter. Jeff Magers, who's the lead level design on Jedi Fallen Order, made a few posts this week sharing some of the behind the scenes magic that went into building this game. He said he added this Easter egg that had his original block mesh versions of some of the game's creatures, and he also gave us a little insight on Yoda's involvement in Fallen Order. To be clear, Yoda was never going to be in Jedi Fallen Order, but why does this gorgeous designer block out Yoda model exist? Why is it even here? Why did they even create this in the first place and put it in the game? Well, it was for internal playtests. When they were building this thing, I felt it was important to have a memorable moment happen to make acquiring Force push feel special and memorable. So he decided to use a giant space Yoda. Yoda is a placeholder for the Force push flashback. Yoda is here just so the game developers know and remember that, hey, this is when Cal is supposed to learn the Force push. And this Easter egg is a little nod to the development stage of the game. I see he decided to downscale him though. Also, still hoping to see Cal go visit Yoda on Dagobah in Jedi Fallen Order 2. I really want Yoda to make an appearance in the game, impart some of his wisdom to Cal.
Yes, but now we must eat.
And then I guess Cal goes off and dies or something like that, but meets up with Yoda before that. Just think, Yoda always appears in the second movie, right? Apart from the prequels, but appears in Empire Strikes Back, the second movie of that trilogy, also appears in The Last Jedi, second movie of the sequels, and now Jedi Fallen Order 2, fingers crossed. Now, it also appears that in the early stages of development, Cal had a mohawk. Different haircut here. He's going for something a little more flash, stands out. Although we never see his face in this early footage, he appears to be played by a different actor. Cal's face is actually blurred out in some of this footage. But it's also possible this was just a stand-in used during early development, an actor called in to be in place of Cameron Monaghan. Maybe it's even one of the developers' faces. I'm sure Cameron Monaghan was locked in to play Cal a long time ago, but it's likely this mesh appearance was used while they were still writing the story and figuring a few things out. There's also some gameplay where Cal is wearing a backpack. Obvious they were going for the urban explorer adventurer appearance rather than the more traditional Jedi robes right from the get-go. He's got the backpack. He looks more like an explorer type than, you know, a Jedi monk. But now that I think of it, this appearance actually looks quite similar to some of the early concept art for Fallen Order. I made a video about that a while back. A lot of it's done by an artist named Gus Mendonca. Really cool stuff. I'd recommend you check out. I also really love the original Skungus. That's these plant things in the ground. Originally, they had an eye which followed you wherever you went. Kind of reminds me of Slime Zone. Did anyone ever play those old Flash games? I'm talking like over 20 years ago. This was where gaming was at back then. This was my wow. But they look the same, don't they? In this early footage, there's also some stormtroopers with riot batons. These guys never made the final cut of the game. They were replaced with the scout troopers, I guess. Perhaps this was a Lucasfilm thing. They stepped in and said they'd prefer scout troopers. I don't know. I'm just theorizing here, but there you go. And although this is early stages and some of the animation is a little rough, the death animations seem more brutal than what we got in the final game. There's a bit of jank, but I like how the troopers spaz out when they're hit. It feels more brutal, more violent. I like it. I've linked all the posts and Twitter accounts of developers that share this footage in the description. There's a bit more there. You can go read their posts, their threads. Really interesting. And a year on, looking back at this game, it's incredible, really. I never expected to get an explanation for this Easter egg, and here we are. Awesome work by all the game devs. And I want to see more behind the scenes of this game. Is there anything you guys noticed in this footage that I didn't mention? Anything stick out to you? Anything you'd want to see more of? And if you want to see more cool details, rare, hidden Easter eggs, that kind of stuff, you can watch one of these videos here and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord. For more Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi stuff, Star Wars stuff, everything. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.